Welcome everybody. It is Thursday, August 6th. It is currently 91 degrees here in Eastern Lunenburg County. We have had almost 5 inches of rain since we last spoke. And if you look, the tobacco is growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, that's where this stuff is taller than it was a week ago, a lot taller. And the beans on the left side, which we'll swing over to here in a second, are looking well too. Everything has grown so much, it's all in a canopy state. I'll be surprised if we see any that aren't. We talked about beans canopies the other day, so I'm not going to repeat it. And another nice looking crop of beans. Like I said, we are joined by Greta today. She has been a very good girl and definitely earned her trip today. She likes to go for rides, but if she's been naughty, she doesn't get to go for rides. But she is mostly a good girl. I'm gonna go to the left today and start off. I'll probably end up doing the same thing I did last week, but just in the reverse order. I think I'm just gonna go to that until we're done with harvest. Everybody's getting ready. If they wanted to harvest today, I don't think they can get in the farms yet because it's a muddy, muddy mess. That's like, you ask any farmer about the weather, they'll tell you, man, it's always at the wrong time. Farmers are never happy about the weather. You know, the week after you plant your crops, your corn, you want it to rain, a nice, gentle, constant rain, get everything started good. And then when the corn starts tasseling, you want it to come down because all the kernels are filling out. And then just before it's time to harvest, you don't want any rain for a week or two, maybe more. You want all that corn to dry out, all the kernels to dry out, so you don't have to pay to dry it, all that other good stuff. And I'm going to tell you about this trailer over here on the left, man. People bought this property, closed on this property, put the trailer on this property, and nobody's seen him since. Kind of weird. The trailer's just been there rotting for like 8 years now, 7, 8 years. So we got lots of boring beans here, more and more beans, beans. I have to slow down here a little bit so we can open the window for Miss Greta. She's enjoying her new harness. I don't know if you can see it, but she's sticking her head out there. But she's a wild dog on a leash, and this appears to calm her way down, which makes this great because we want to take her on some of our longer trips with us because we like our dog. She's a good dog. There's just a whole lot of beans on this road. When we go over to Afton Grove in that area, we're going to take a little bit of a different route after we leave here. So it's going to be a little bit different, but we'll still cover everything we normally see. Just not going to do any backtracking this time. And like I said, this is all beans. Look how tall they are. I mean, if you go back and look at the previous videos, just last week, you'll see how much shorter these things are. The one on the left doesn't look really, really good to me. Non-consistent height, which is a bad thing. You want everything to be uniform. Makes things easier on the harvest and all that other good stuff. So I'm pretty sure the harvest will be coming in the not too distant future. I'd be willing to bet you we may even see some tobacco being pulled this week. I don't know. I haven't driven around lately. Some of that looks nasty over there. It looks wilted, like it got too much water. So we're going to make our right turn onto Sugar Hill. Not a lot to see stuff, but it's still a beautiful drive. And like I always say, please comment, like, subscribe if you're enjoying this stuff. It helps me out. Kind of motivates me to do more. Not going to whine about it. Cycle the camera was there, something I forgot to do. I don't like really long chunks of video, harder to edit, more pain in the ass to store and all that other good stuff. Looking good. These are the younger ones. These are almost fully canopied. I think they were late going in, so it is what it is. They won't get harvested till December. We're not going to keep doing this till December. I got some trips planned in October, so I'll probably end it before the last week of October. What's still in the ground is still in the ground, and what's not is not. Okay, so we're coming up on some tobacco. I guess this would be our base tobacco field here. This stuff needs topping. Jeff, come on, man, get on it, dude. I could tell you how to farm, but it's all looking in. Same guy has this stuff over here, which is nice and cleaned up. Maybe there's just too much water over there. Didn't get to it in time because they were working on this left field last week. And those beans on the right are really young. Those probably not come out until next spring or over the winter or something like that. Getting their facility there all set up to handle tobacco, so it looks like it's going to be fun for them. This tobacco straight ahead of us, we'll be turning on the gig here. That's looking really, really nice. Look how tall it is. That stuff's probably almost 5 feet tall. Yeah, that's perfect. I like to shoot this in about 2 to 5 minute segments. I really hate it when it gets to like 9, 10, 15 minutes because you just end up with these huge files and they're a pain in the butt to move and do stuff with. So if you remember a couple weeks ago, this was hay on the left. They cut the hay and they planted beans, and the beans are coming up nicely. They got lucky again with the timing of the rain. Those will probably overwinter there. I don't know what the process is on those beans. You know, all these crops have, days to pick from planting, so, it's like your Halloween pumpkins have to go in by the 4th of July, or actually on the 4th of July I've been told is the best planting time. These beans have been in a while. They look really nice. Let's see if Bruce's sheep have escaped again. It's really funny. They escape all the time. They just wander around this little block right here. Don't go anywhere else. Don't run away. They are knuckleheads. They stand in the road, which is a bad thing. He's going to get squashed. He likes his sheep. They seem to be doing better in escape lessons. The fence got moved out of the culvert. I'm going to turn here onto Pot Springs Road. Got the electric fence to keep those knuckleheads in. So we got more beans here. About 8-year-old trees on the left. More beans. All this timber around here will be harvested. Oh, really? Is that your expert opinion? I mean, because we need to talk about that. The trees on the left are the ones my granddaughter got all upset about when they were cut. So these beans are getting up there pretty big. So I'll tell you, these guys right here at Willowland, you have the opportunity to be here at the right time, when it's strawberry season, or when it's cantaloupe season, when that stuff's coming out. Those are the best cantaloupes, the best strawberries I've had in a long time. And it's like, the cantaloupe did not last long at the markets or anything. I think they had a good load on the first trip. That was 2 or 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, when they brought them out. And they probably had a whole lot less this last weekend at the farmer's market. I'm going to turn on the Dundas Road here. I mean, I think she maybe had a dozen, and we were there early. There's one of those evil flock cameras. Evil, evil. And here's the Dundas Baptist Church. They're nice people here. Go up now and check on the Longhorns, Greta's buddies. Want to go see the cows? You want to go see the cows? Is it time to see the cows? Yeah. The other side of that tobacco that we were just talking about a few minutes ago. And this is some monstrous corn coming up here on the right. This stuff is nice and big. They're going to get a good bit of corn out of that stuff. I mean, it's a little weak around the trees, but that's because of the trees. But it all looks good. So we're going to turn left here and go down the other way on Gig Road. Wow, there's somebody riding a bicycle in Dundas, man. You don't see that very often. More beans. Yeah, you can see part of Greta's brand new harness. She had one many, many years ago, but it didn't work well. This one, I got a recommendation on from ironically at the farmer's market. She said that I guess she got a Labrador or something like that. And she said her dog was just uncontrollable and on a regular leash. She bought that. She said it's just like one of the greatest things. The dog completely changed. It was totally mellow. So I ordered one that day, and it just got here today, and Greta is enjoying it. She's not bothered by it like she was the old one. Although this one is just more expensive, but if it calms her down, that's why she's also being so quiet today. I think it's calming her down. It gives her that hug. That, you know, like people who have dogs with the, I guess they call it a thunder jacket or something like that. They wrap the dog, they put it on the dog, it squeezes them around the chest and makes them feel better. So I think this thing's having the same effect on her. You don't hear her complaining too much. We're gonna see the cows. Beans, short corn on the left, still tasseled. It's big enough to harvest. It's big enough to. None of the corn around here is harvested green. It's dried on the stalk. And there again, like I said, we mainly grow tobacco and your food's food. There's some outliers like the guy that grows the cabbage every now and then, and that, but most of it is turned into either food for agriculture or food for pets. Okay, let's see. Do we see any cows? Are there any cows, Greta? Where's the cows? Oh no, no cows. Let's go see if we can find some cows. Turn and make a right here. Go down the road a little bit. They're not lying down in the oh, there they are. They're sitting over by the shade. It's a little too warm for them today, I guess. You can see the babies over there. I'll see if I can zoom in. I'm gonna stop here, see if we can get a good shot of them. And they're looking this way. Greta's looking at them. Can you say moo, Greta? No? What are the cows doing? Greta. Greta. There's no cows over there. Is there deer over there? What's the cows doing? Where's the cows? She likes acting tough when they're not near her. Like if they're up on the fence, she'd never bark at them. At that distance, she might bark at them. And then we got more. We got some horses over here. What's the horses doing, Rex? The horses? Look at the horses. You can hardly see them, but that's okay. So we'll turn around here at Glendale Farm because there's not much going on down there. Really? Are you mad because you can't see the cows? I'll roll down this window. We'll go by the cows again slow. Want to go slowly by the cows? Over here, Gretz. Over here. Look, there they are. Oh, they're looking for you. They're looking for you. Greta, look. Over here. What's over there? There's the cows. See them? Yeah, now you can see them. They're looking at you. That's that little scaredy cat dog. Oh, you're not a scaredy cat? Yeah, you're a scaredy cat. Yeah, I was worried about catching some rain today, but that didn't happen, and it's not supposed to happen. Maybe tonight we're supposed to get like 0.05 of an inch. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, we got so much rain the other day. I think we got 2 of those inches of those 5 inches in one day. That my roof started leaking. My new roof. Okay, my 5-year-old roof, which makes me angry. Okay, so instead of turning down and just seeing the corn and stuff, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go down here on Long Branch for a little bit, and then cut over and do Afton Grove. We'll see what's going on here. This here is Long Branch or Long View. And there's a whole lot more growing down here, I know, so that's why I came this way. That's Fairview, Longview. Look at this tobacco. This stuff's all getting ready. I think the stuff on the left is ready. Now, some of the tobacco here is, as they say, mechanically harvested, and some of the tobacco here is hand harvested. And I believe the stuff going to make cigars is the stuff harvested by hand, because you don't want to damage the leaves. And the stuff mechanically is for cigarettes and medical stuff. That's a wife was reading some stuff not too long ago about new discoveries on the medicinal use of tobacco and nicotine and things like that. So some drug companies are doing studies, and I guess they're going to make more stuff that they're going to try and kill us with. Of course, you look and there's all the stuff flowering. Now the other thing is, one thing that they don't talk is what they call organic tobacco. It's healthier. Tell me that's not a misnomer. So they use no pesticides. They don't spray it. And by leaving, we're going to go bacon fork now. Best fork in the world, a bacon fork. But so they leave the suckers and they leave the flowers on because that's softer and tenderer, and the bugs like it better. So it draws them away from the leaves. That's the theory. So I don't know. Bacon Fork Road goes right through the middle of the farm. Demo that's over here on the left, all the farmers on the right, all the vehicles, implements and such are on the right. A bunch of moon cows over to the left. But check out these sunflowers, almost as pretty as Greta. They are almost as pretty as Greta, but not quite. Oh, Greta. Okay, so we're going to make a right here on Oak Hill. Let's slow down a second here and reset the camera. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, sports fan. Gonna head down here. Like I said, my camera GPS has got completely insane, which kind of bothered me. This will take us back up to the main road. Head towards Brickland. I was drawing a blank there. I was thinking Brickstone, but it's not. It's Brickland. So this is a rarely traveled road. It's very rare that I've ever seen a vehicle on it, other than me. That big rusty building there is a tobacco barn for drying and curing tobacco. Curing is a whole, drying and curing is a whole different other thing. Some of it's cured, some of it's blue cured. I can't say that fast. Blue cured, which means that they heat up the barn. It used to be a wood fire, now they use propane. They bring it up to a certain temperature, keep it in there for a few days. I forget what the timing is on that. It's 3 to 5 days. Wow, it's a car. And then it cools off. It's a whole process. And I think they heat it up again or something like that, tempering. I guess kind of like you do with steel. Here in a minute. Like I said, I took a completely different route today. Decorative yard. I think I'm on the right path here. God, I'm way down further than I usually am. Yeah, so this is 138. Oh wow, I'm way down. So I guess as soon as I get this video done, now I got to figure out why my GPS is not doing what it's supposed to do. Got to roll up the window. Sorry, Gretzky. Okay, so Brickland should be right up here. There we go. I'll be opening the window for you in a second, sweetie. Let everybody nearby know I'm turning. I think we can beat the truck or not. Yeah, that's a not. That's a I'm not going to do it. Could have, but not gonna. So we're on Brickland, and I'll open your window. There you go, sweetheart. Yeah, the window's down at 55 or so. Just make this annoying wump, 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 wump sound. And it hurts your ear. I don't know how the dog stands it. But she doesn't have a problem. I guess maybe sticking her head out. There's the Brickland Plantation House. All this land way back in the day was all the Brickland Plantation. On the fiber again, making these people happy. Not the greatest place to be on this curvy, narrow road, but they got their signs out so you pay attention to them and you don't run over workers. That would be considered, that's a bad thing. Still looking for that woman that killed that DDOT worker a couple of weeks ago. That's all they know is it's a woman. I don't know that anybody got the license off the car or anything, but they're still looking for the person that killed this young man. I think he was 22, working for VDOT. And yeah, I guess you're going to hide if you got a manslaughter charge hanging over your head. figure it out again. I mean, it's showing a track. It's just not showing the map. Which is great that I know where I've been. Well, kinda. Okay, so these beans ain't too old. Heading up Afton Grove and see everything it's got to offer. And then we'll go and see Pleasant Hill Lane. And what is that job? Yeah, that's not a good sign. Silage in the tubes. You okay, G-Dog? No cows? Okay, we'll find some cows for you. And then we'll head home. Beans on the left, beans. I think, sadly, this is one of the earliest crops, if I remember correctly, that was planted. One of the first ones we saw coming up. They haven't done well. I'm guessing they're not getting as much water as the other side of 138. You know, the weather can be very, very finicky here. You know, there's a joke that is a long-running joke that you go out here hunting with your shotgun, you know, like a double-barreled shotgun, lean it up against the post, and the rain come. You come back and grab your shotgun. One barrel's completely full of water, the other barrel's dry as a bone. And I kind of believe that, you know, could be possible around here. It's weird. I mean, I know the guy at the other end of the block. I can get 2 inches of rain, and he maybe gets a half inch. It's just that really weird the way the thunderstorms come through. So intense and all that good stuff. So we got more beans. We got some tobacco up here around the corner. B is for beans. More beans. More better beans. More beans. And there we got some tobacco on the left. This is all cleaned up from last visit. All the suckers and all the flowers are gone. Plant concentrating on growing leaves. Big bird. Dead bird. small beans. Bit of corn on the left. Yeah, the cabbage is gone, Greta, completely gone. There's beans in there now. And we're getting close to the cows. Yes, we are. Lovely tobacco. So we're going to turn left here on the Pleasant Hill Lane. Clear, clear. Boom, boom. Okay. Look at this tobacco. This stuff has gotten up there big. That's some nice looking tobacco. Let's stop up here so these folks can go around. Man, look how little dirt is flying up. Road's still wet from 2 days ago. Yeah, so yesterday was really cloudy. Didn't get much sunshine. Today was really, yeah, I know, because the grass didn't dry out and you didn't get as much playtime as you think you should. But you had a spa day yesterday, so I don't want to hear it. Yeah, the facts get in the way of your simple stories. So yeah, yesterday was all overcast and for most of the day. And then the sun finally came out in the afternoon, and it was a little gray this morning, but it's pretty much been sunny all day. That city today on the left. Water's still running down the road here. Half dusty, half mud. Interesting. Yeah, that's one of the hardest things people have to come into terms with around here is the fact this is a maintained road by VDOT. Why don't they pave it? Not enough people use it. But somewhere in VDOT land, there's a plan to pave this road. Who knows when they have enough money. He's using the story. start this again for one last time. And we're going to finish up going down the paved part of Pleasant Hill Lane. See if we can find Greta some cows. And such. All the grass is growing along. I'm pretty sure they're going to come and cut and bale this stuff soon. So they have cow food for the winter. Cows yet, Greta. I don't know where they're at. Oh man, Greta, no cows. Bummer. They're not even over on the other side of the pond over there, Greta. Are you sad now? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No cows for Greta to look at. Poor baby. And they might have moved them all off, like I said, to let this grass grow, so put them someplace way behind or someplace else. Come back and cut this and bale it all so they have food for the winter. That's a whole management function of the farm that I don't know a lot about. I just know they do it. I don't know how or why or what the decision point is. So I think we're going to finish things up. I'm going to say goodbye for now. See y'all next weekend, or next week. Actually, next weekend. Please go out on a Sunday. And unless she does something naughty, Greta should be joining us. Because she's a good girl. You a good girl? Yes, you are. So y'all have a good week. Hopefully some harvesting will be started by next week. And you'll get to see things going on. Have a good week. Bye-bye.